Joining us now, the Jack Brewer Foundation chair and former NFL legend, Jack Brewer. Jack, what do you make of what you just heard? What do you think about Democrats claiming voter ID is racist, given what you just heard?
I don't think they really believe that black folks are that dumb. I mean, did you really think that we're going to support that? To try to say that African Americans, for some reason, this country can't get a voter ID. Listen, you can't apply for welfare without an ID. You can't get on the plane without an ID. And so this is just ridiculous. The point that they're trying to make. You know, at the end of the day, if you look at it, if you don't have an ID, you probably don't even need to be voting. I mean, think about that. What segment of the population doesn't have an ID? And so you see that polls show you across the board, no matter what color, what demographic, people want folks to have an ID to be able to vote. And I think, you know, when you also hear the Democrats try to make that federalizing the ID requirement is somehow racist, again, very ridiculous. Slavery ended because of federal law, right? Segregation ended because of federal laws. Every major federal law that has been passed for civil rights has came out of the federal government. And so I wouldn't have been able to marry my wife without federal law for interracial marriages. And so it's just ridiculous to try to play this race card. I think the American people, particularly black folks, are tired of hearing it. That's why you saw such a huge turnout for President Trump in the last election, and the numbers are continuing to rise because enough of the race baiting. We realize that Democrats' playbook is to replace the black vote with illegal immigrants. And that's why everything is blowing up in their face. And I think Minnesota and Minneapolis highlights that and is showing the world really what they're about.
So you're saying that the Democrats like Chuck Schumer, it's condescending race baiting, that they're trying to get illegal aliens to vote, and that's cheating. You know, the voter ID legislation now has 49 co-sponsors in the Senate. Show what Congressman Michael Cloud tweeted. You know, Jack, he showed this image saying it's notable that the 230 Democrats had to use their own congressional photo ID to vote no on a voter ID bill. They actually had to punch it in like a time clock. So, you know, you had to use an ID to get into the DNC convention. But come back to this. It's condescending race baiting. Is that what you're saying, that they're talking down to black voters?
No question, because they try to pander to us. They they stir up our emotions, take us back to slavery, take us back to the Jim Crow era, and try to push this thing in our face like this is the same Voter Rights Act that they pushed for in the 50s and 60s. Listen, this is a completely different time. We needed federal law to be able to even allow blacks the right to vote in the first place. Don't throw that back in our face in a time period where blacks are historically making gains when it comes to revenue and income that we produce and wealth that we're creating for our families. You know, racism is not the issue that we need to face right now in Black America. Black America has the issue with fatherlessness in our family. And those are the issues we want to talk about publicly, not try to race bait us into allowing these illegal immigrants to replace us in their voting block, because that's what they're doing.
Jack Brewer, thank you so very much. It's a pleasure, sir, to have you back on the show. We'll have you back on soon, we hope. Thank you so much. Now, listen to this.
God bless you.